The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher. And this morning, a major traffic alert continues that could impact thousands. It's all thanks to our latest storm. Right now, Highway 178 through the Kern River Canyon remains closed. According to Highway Patrol, the storm triggered a rock slide yesterday afternoon in the canyon.
This has been working through these storms to make sure that we can keep the roadways clear as much as we can, keep traffic moving as much as we can. But these roadways the rocks did cause damage to the roadway, broke up a section of the roadway, and it's not passable right now.
Fortunately, no one was hurt at this time. We don't know when Highway 178 will be back open for drivers, but we will keep you posted. You can download our 17 News app to stay abreast of the situation.
Meantime, police are investigating a deadly crash from last night. It happened at South Mount Vernon Avenue near Eastvale Terrace around 5:45. Police say one car was speeding when it veered into oncoming traffic and hit another car head on. One man died in that crash. Another was hurt and taken to the hospital. Police say speed was a factor in the crash, and they are awaiting toxicology results to determine if the driver who caused the crash was impaired.
5:04 is your time, and despite receiving some blowback from community members, homeless housing will be moving forward in the Oildale area. The Kern County Board of Supervisors voted yesterday to award a bid for the construction of the supportive services facility known as Tinny Oaks. The facility will include a 50-unit housing complex, so-called tiny homes, built across from the Rasmussen Senior Center. 17's Michaela Armstrong reports.
Community members for and against the project made their way into the Board of Supervisors meeting for a chance to say one last thing before it was too late. Those in favor agreed the 50-unit housing complex for the homeless is the best step to take in the fight against homelessness.
We see the value of this tiny home project and know that it will be another tool in the toolbox to help get people off the streets, to move them forward, and help them with a brighter future.
However, those who oppose the project shared the same feeling that the board should change the location of the homes.
Our seniors have the voice and the heart. We're the ones that live with the decisions, and we don't want to lose our sense of safety.
However, the board agreed to move forward with the bid for construction and assured community members this can make a positive difference in Oildale.
The location is always going to be a concern, it seems, to those that are proximate to whatever project is being proposed. But from my experience, those locations that we have approved have not seen increases in crime. They have not seen increases in problems. If anything, it's helping to mitigate the situation.
Kern County Chief Operations Officer James Zervis, who has had a hand in the project, agrees and says it is all a part of improving Oildale.
There's no hiding the fact that homelessness in Oildale is a serious problem. This is an effort to do something about that. We're looking for ways to invest in Oildale, to improve that community, and we want to do it well, and we want public involvement.
However, it may take additional transparency and communication from the county to get more community members on board ahead of construction, projected to begin in February. Michaela Armstrong, 17 News.
We're learning more about a disturbing report from county health officials about increases in child deaths in Kern County. Experts say they are increasing awareness and education of safe sleeping environments. They're also providing more suicide prevention education and resources. Officials also want to increase education about water and pool safety. And they're looking to educate more people on childhood abuse and recognizing signs of violence and providing resources for those in need. And they'd also like to educate the community further about the fentanyl epidemic and the use of Narcan.
The Kern County Coroner's Office also released the number of fentanyl-related deaths. Last year, there were 219 deaths associated with the illicit opioid, which is a slight decrease from 2021. That year, 232 Kern residents died from the effects of fentanyl. However, the coroner says last year's death toll could still increase because there are cases where the toxicology results have not come in nationwide. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, says that more than 110,000 Americans died from drug overdoses last year, and the vast majority were from fentanyl. Most of the victims were under the age of 40.
Your time now is 5:12. The Kern County Board of Supervisors held its first morning and afternoon meetings of 2023 yesterday with a fresh face at the helm. Supervisor Jeff Flores, just elected in November. But the midterm election didn't just bring the board a new member. Voters also approved a slate of new measures that could bring big changes to the county and board moving forward. 17's Maddie Gannon has more.
Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, January 10th, 2023 AM meeting.
Kicking off a new year of governing. On Tuesday, Kern's Board of Supervisors welcoming a new face.
By unanimous vote, Supervisor Flores is declared chairman and I will serve as vice chairman.
3rd District Supervisor Jeff Flores, elected in November to replace his former boss, is not only starting his first term, but the typical rotation of the board's chairmanship means he will be leading it in 2023.
People know me, they know my record on the Kern High School District, they know my record in the 3rd District, but also I'm new blood. I'm going to be new ideas, new energy here in the 3rd.
This election, Kern voters approved new measures that could bring big change, including a 1-cent sales tax increase for public safety and vital services in unincorporated Kern.
Those revenues, they will help the county, they'll help our budget needs.
Despite warnings from some Kern officials that the new revenue was crucial for the county, Flores didn't support the measure on the campaign trail, but now says he will work to make sure the funds go towards homelessness and law enforcement.
First and foremost, that's public safety. Not pensions, not pet projects, public safety.
Another big topic recently brought before the board, election integrity, with some residents calling for splitting the auditor-controller office from the county clerk and registrar of voters.
I'm open to anything that brings improvement to the elections department, and if the board wants to take a look at reorganizing the department and having a freestanding elected elections person that's totally focused on that, I'm totally open to that.
A new year with a new leader.
We are adjourned.
Voters this November also approved term limits for supervisors, limiting them to 2 4-year terms in office. Now, sitting supervisors can serve an additional 2 terms on top of what they've already served, but this could have big implications for the board moving forward. At the County Administrative Building, Maddie Gannon, 17 News.
17 Court Watch now. A woman suspected of driving drunk and being involved in a crash that killed a local teen has been charged with a misdemeanor. Last March, then 29-year-old Kimberly Fomasuk was driving down White Lane when she collided with the car of 19-year-old Jamari Terrell. Terrell, who police say was driving approximately 85 miles per hour, died at the scene. Fomasuk was arrested on suspicion of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, felony driving under the influence resulting in death, and DUI. But yesterday we learned she'll instead face misdemeanor charges because Terrell's speed was determined to be the primary cause of that crash.
Bakersfield police are asking for your help finding 3 missing kids this morning. The first is 14-year-old Angel Ontiveros. He is described as 5'11", 180 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen yesterday in the 1400 block of Pacific Street in East Bakersfield. He is considered at risk due to his age and not having any history of running away. Police are also trying to find 9-year-old Maximus Juarez and 15-year-old Albert Juarez. The pair was last seen last night in the 11,000 block of Myers Ranch Court in southwest Bakersfield. Maximus is described as 5'2" and 165 pounds, and Albert is said to be 5'11" and 245 pounds. Both are considered at risk due to age and having no history of running away. Anyone with information on any of these boys is asked to call police.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.